Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on Introduction to Time Series. I hope you have already saved in your ARC project the file that I posted in Canvas, and it's Introduction to Time Series text. So may I request you to open this, okay? Open this, and it will open in a new instance of our script here, okay? Our script. And let's open a new R markdown here. Okay, let's write introduction, intro to time series. I'll date it January 17, 2025. Okay, then okay. So we have here an R markdown file. I'm going to delete the default content of the R markdown file. And I'm going to copy from the text file, the one that I shared with you. Please copy it, Control C, and then copy it to your R markdown file there. And then this one, I don't have any need for this anymore, so that I'll just close this. Okay. And this one was the example that we had last time. I'll just close it so that we only have this file for easier access. Okay. So let me pause for a while and ask you to please chat in the chat box if you're ready, if you have done the first steps that I requested you to do. Make sure that the text file that I shared with you has already been saved and transferred here to the RMD file. If you're done, class, kindly please chat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you so much for your participation, for your feedback. That's very important to me. Okay, are there any questions, any problems as regards the transfer of the text file to RMD file? Okay, all right, good. So this one, we maintain this, and we're now going to create a our analysis class. So if you recall this one, if I go to outline, okay, there are many things here, okay, because this one I used hashtags. It's good to modify that later on. Any hashtag inside a code chunk will not be considered as uh, as part of the outline. Okay, any hashtag inside a code chunk will just be treated as a comment, and it will not be part of the outline. Okay, all right. So let's do this. So last time we said that time series analysis is of prime importance. It's used for forecasting. These are the uses of time series analysis for forecasting, for understanding patterns in your time series data, and of course, ultimately you'd like to establish an equation, a model, a relationship between the time series, okay, and other variables. Of course, we can model just the time series itself and predict its behavior in the next few time periods. Okay, and when we just look at one time series, we call that a univariate time series analysis. Univariate because you're just taking a look at the time series per se. You're not associating it with other variables. You're not taking a look at the effect of other time series on that time series. For example, you'd like to study, let's say, gross domestic product, and you'd like to see if there are other time series or variables that affect gross domestic product. For example, inflation. inflation is also a time series. Okay, money supply is a time series. Okay, population, all of these other factors could affect a country's GNP or GDP. So if you would want to try to establish a relationship between them, between your GNP and your other exogenous variables, then that's possible. You can do that. For our discussion now, we're just going to focus on the time series itself, whether it's GDP, GNP, and try to figure out how the past behavior of the time series can be used to model the time series itself and perhaps forecast, okay? Forecast for the next periods the direction of the time series. So this is very critical. This is very crucial for decision making in various fields, whether it's in business, in marketing, in finance, economics, and other fields of endeavor. And as I said, two main branches of time series analysis is univariate, where we're just focusing on one time series data, or multivariate, where we take a look at several time series. Okay, we take a look at the effect of several time series on another time series. The models that we're going to make use of will be more on ARIMA and GARCH. Okay, there are other methods, exponential smoothing. There's also this tool called Profit, but we'll be focusing on ARIMA and GARCH. As I said, multivariate time series analysis looks at multiple variables and their interactions over time. Okay. Examples of that are VAR, vector autoregression, vector error correction model, even Granger causality, and multivariate GARCH. Okay. Depending on the pace or our pace, I might introduce some topics here, because some topics here are usually not covered in FinStar because of lack of time. Okay, so we might include this. All right, so I think we started this last time. The tools and methods that we have for time series involve this one. Okay, decomposition, smoothing, stationarity test, autocorrelation and partial autocorrelation analysis, forecasting, and evaluating our forecast, evaluating our model. Now, in the notes that I gave you, you'll find this CC. That means that you will have to introduce a code chunk here. Okay, in the interest of time, okay, I gave you the notes, and there are several CCs here. It means that you're going to introduce a code chunk there. So do you recall the shortcut for a code chunk, and what's the purpose of a code chunk? What's the shortcut for a code chunk? You don't want to write backticks and then curly brackets and then R and then maybe give it a name, okay? And then close it with the curly brackets. Okay, that's quite unwieldy. So the shortcut is, I think I have answers here. Thank you. For Mac users, it's Command Option I. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Jay. And then for Christian, thank you, Christian, it's Control Alt I. Okay, so I'm using Windows here. So my shortcut is Control Alt I. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to use is my notes here. Okay. So let me open this. I don't want to spend time writing the code, but I want you to write the code. Okay, because most of you are using R for the first time, and I'd like you to have a good control, a good experience as far as writing the code is concerned. Okay, so let me go here. This is the file. The file that I shared with you came from here. However, I deliberately removed the codes because I want you to write that on your own. All right, so this is the first code. Now, in R, we'll be using several packages. Most probably, the packages that are installed in your machine laptop is not the same as the packages that are installed in my computer, because I've been using R for several decades now. And for most of you, this might be the first time or maybe the second time you're using R. So if you take a look at this window, okay, the Files, Plots, and Packages window, click this, okay? Okay. So in my case, there are many packages already installed. So we will not have the same library of packages. Okay. All right. Now I'd like you to first click this and maybe type base. Hmm. Okay. Type base. And for sure, you'll find it in the systems library that there's a check here in the base R, which means that when you open R Studio, automatically the software R is already loaded because R Studio is based on R. Okay, so you'll find that you did not do anything but just open your R and then perhaps load the file there and open it. But you can see that this is already checked. There are other packages. Okay, there are other packages that come preloaded with R. For example, let's type stats. Okay, stats here. So this is the R stats package. Could you please tell me if that is checked, class? May I have your feedback if the stats package is checked? Okay, good. All right, so what does that mean? That means that we don't have to install the stats package. The stats package is powerful. It contains several functionalities about statistical processes. Okay, so we're not going to install that anymore. Okay, however, there are other packages that are available in CRAN which are not yet installed in your computers. For example, please type quant mode there. QUANTMOD. Okay, and even let's start with quant mode first. Do you find quant mode, except for my students before? Okay, for the rest of you who were never my students and who are using R for the first time, do you find quant mode in your packages? Okay, no, thank you. Okay, I was expecting that. Okay, you will not find quant mode in your package, okay, in your computers because you haven't loaded this. So how do we avail of packages that have been developed by people of knowledge and contributed it to R, and R vetted it, checked it, and CRAN, R or CRAN archive. When I say archive, they stored it as part of their library so that anyone can easily access that. Okay, so there are certain packages that we're going to make use of that are not yet installed in your machine. So we will have to do that. So how do we load packages? Okay, so creating I hope you have created your code chunk. Okay, and you can just delete the CC there. Okay, because that doesn't mean anything anyway. It's just a sign that there's a code that we have to write. Okay, now there are several ways to install packages. You call it installing packages. So one way is here in the packages window. So we'll take a look at the different ways without running it first. So one way is go to packages here, and you can see here the tab for install. Okay, click install, okay, and then you type quant mode. All right, and then you click install. All right, so don't do that first. Okay, we're going to look at other ways. So that's one way. Install packages here, install, and then type quant mode. Okay, another way is same thing but under tools. Tools, okay, and then install packages. It will give us the same window. Okay, here, dialog box, then write quant mode, okay, and then install. So same thing, whether you go here in packages or you go here in tools, install packages, same thing. All right. The other way is to, in your code chunk, so open a code chunk, use the function install that packages, okay? And then quotes, and then quant mode. All right, so this is what we do. Let's use this. It's the same thing as it's the same thing as typing or going to install here. Okay, so for the first one, let's just use this. Let's just use this method. So for those of you who don't have quant mode yet, kindly type in the code chunk, install that packages, and then anywhere in this line, whether it's at the beginning or at the middle or at the end, please press Control Enter, okay, or Command Enter. Please do that now, and please tell me what happened. Okay, what do you see in your console? Okay, thank you, Jay. Installed. How about the others? Thank you, Katrina. Same. So let's wait for the feedback of others. All right. I hope the others are able to follow. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask a question. Okay, so how do you know that a package is already installed? Once again, you go to packages and then you type that package, enter. You should see it here already. Okay. So in my case, it's 0.4.26. I'm not sure if there's a more recent version. What's the version you have? Okay, you should see that already here in your packages here. Okay, could you please type the version that you have? Okay, 0.4.26, good. So that means I'm updated. Okay. You can actually also, you can update a particular software by going here to update, but let's not do that in the meantime. All right, so we now have this powerful package, Quant Mode. Okay, I'd like us to just click this, please click Quant Mode, click that, and R will give us a very, very useful, let's say, description of what this package is. Okay, so what's this package all about? It's all about, it's for quantitative financial modeling, which is our subject, okay? Financial analytics. And you can see here so many functions, okay? For example, add ADX, okay? Add CCI, that's for adding commodity channel index. We're going to see that in the future. So these are functions that are inside quant mode. Okay. So for example, later we're going to use this get symbols. The get symbols functions allow us to download stock prices, stock data from Yahoo Finance. Okay. Maybe you have in your previous subjects uh, used Excel, or you first go to Yahoo Finance and then download stock prices that interest you. Okay, and then paste it into Excel, and then you work on the data in Excel. Nowadays, you can use stock history in Excel to automatically download stock prices too. So that's an improvement in Excel. Okay, but in R, you can do that also directly with the get symbols function and etc. So there are many functions here that you can use. Uh, to learn more about this package, you can click here, description file. Okay, so the type, it's a package, title Quantitative Financial Modeling Framework. The latest version is 0.4.26. Okay, so it means that you have to have a version of R which is greater than 3.2.0. Since our version is 4.4, we're okay. And then it also depends on other packages. It depends on the extensible time series package, the zoo package, a technical trading rules package, methods package. So it means that for you to be able to use quant mode, these other packages have to be installed. Otherwise, you might have a problem. All right. So these are some information. Okay. So this was developed by Jeff Ryan, one of the there are so many who's who as far as uh, creating packages in R is concerned. Jeff Ryan, Ulrich, Smith, these are well-known creators of programs in R. And so thankful to them because quant mode in itself really is a big help. Okay, so if you want to know more about the about quant mode, there's usually literature. Okay, about this you can go to CRAN. Okay, for example here, let's just click this just to see what's inside this one. w.quantmode.com. Click this and it will open. So this is more of a tutorial. Okay, tutorial on how to use quant mode. We're not interested in that now. What I'm interested more is in the documentation. So let's maybe I should Google it. So if you Google quant mode, okay, quant mode package in R. All right, we can here quant mode.pdf. If we click this, okay, so this is sort of a manual for using quant mode there. Okay, package quant mode. This was updated February 14, 2024. Okay, you can refer to this, and these are the codes. And you can find here how to use the code, how to use the function, and these are the parameters. And then you can just follow the parameter. Okay, it's explained in detail. For example, Bollinger Bands. Okay, how do we use this function add B bands, Bollinger Bands? So you have N, SD, MA type, and then draw, and then bands, and then on. And it's explained here how to use this. And oftentimes there's an example. Okay, oftentimes there's an example here. Here. Okay, there's an example here on how to use the function. All right, so working with R, it's really not that difficult because the documentation is really so strong, so powerful, so complete. Okay, all right. So going back, let me clean this. Okay, okay. Let me clean my console. All right, and here, let me go back to the packages here. So we know that we have installed quant mode if it already appears here. the question is, can we now make use of quant mode? I showed you the many functions. I think there are more than 100 functions that we can use with quant mode. Can we now tap into the functionalities of the package? No, not yet. Why? Because for you to be able to make use of the package itself, it has to be like this. So let me go back to stats class. Stats. You notice that stats is clicked here. Okay. In your case also. This means that the packages, the functionalities of R of stats is automatically available. You can make use of this without installing it, okay, because it's already pre-installed, okay? And you can already tap into the functionalities of stats. For example, if we click this stats, what are the different functions that come with it? Here, these are the ANOVA, that generalized linear model. Okay, so these are the many functions, Cook's distance, used in multiple linear regression, etc. So a lot of functionalities that we can use from the stats package. And can we immediately use that? Yes. How do I know? Because it's already clicked here. So for quant mode, have we installed it? Yes. But can we automatically use the functionalities? No. So how are we able to use the functionality? Okay. So one way is to just click this. Okay. If I click this, then that means that this package, its functions are available already for use. So if I click this, okay, take a look. It's clicked. Ergo, it means that you can make use of the functions of quant mode. And what's the code for that? The code for that is equivalent to this one here. When we click quant mode, you notice that the function here is library quant mode. Okay, so typing either in your console or here in your code chunk, typing library would mean that you're accessing the functions of quant mode. Okay, so also it tells us that it automatically also loads XTS, zoo. Okay, there are other functions, there are other packages that come with it. Okay, could you kindly chat, please, if you got this message also? XTS and zoo. Did you get that also? Did you get the same message when we required quant mode? Here, when we click this. All right. Okay, thank you. Now, if I type here, because it says here, loading required package XTS. Okay, if I type here XTS, okay. Is your XTS already also checked? So that this is extensible time series. Please comment in the chat box if XTS is already checked also. Okay, good. So did you load? Did you install XTS? No. So when you install quant mode, automatically it brought with it the other packages that is needed. That's what we call a dependency of quant mode. And when we do required or library, okay. So by the way, another way to write, okay, you either type library or you type require quant mode, the same thing. So it's either you library or require it. Okay, so I hope it's getting clearer so far. All right, so let's now go here. Okay, so we're going to also load AS applied statistical time series analysis, TTR. Although XTS we have already loaded, tidyverse, tidyquant, forecast, and quant mode we have done that. Okay, now okay, let's see. Let's just load maybe install that packages. Let's use two. See, if you're loading two or more packages, then you have to combine it. Okay. So let's see, tidyverse, and maybe another one is this one, ASTSA. Okay. So in this case, we're installing two packages at the same time. Is that okay? Yes. Okay, you can install several packages at the same time. In this case, we only installed quant mode just to for me to illustrate it. Okay, so here it's installed the packages, tidyverse and ASTSA. If you check first, kindly check first tidyverse. Okay, kindly check if you have tidyverse, class, and please chat yes or no. And then check also ASTSA, and then please answer twice in when you chat no no or yes yes or yes no, etc. So we're trying to install two packages at the same time. So could you kindly check and chat? Okay, no, Christian, pareho, no, no. Okay, good. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Joaquin. For some of you, maybe you have already installed tidyverse before. Okay, that's okay. All right. Even if tidyverse has already been installed, you can still use installed packages. Okay, so most probably for many of you, it's no for quant mode, no for tidyverse, and no for ASTSA. So can we install several packages at the same time? Yes. Yes. Okay, for Kate, yes, yes. Okay, so let's install this, especially for those of you who haven't installed this. Okay, I will not install it anymore because I have it with me already. So I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, are you done? Okay, thank you, Christian. How about the others? So installing tidyverse compared to the other packages, it will take a bit longer because Tidyverse comes with a family of other packages. So when you install Tidyverse, you'll notice that there's a message there that it also installs dplyr, ggplot2, forecats, etc. Many other packages that come with it because Tidyverse is a family. It's a family of packages. So I hope you notice that. Okay, thank you, Jay. Let's wait for the others to give their feedback if they're done. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Okay. So I I encourage you, class, try on your own, try to see what's inside Tidyverse. So as of the moment, we are not able to use the functionalities of Tidyverse. So how do we make sure that we're able to use it? Either use library or require. Okay. When I when we use require and then Tidyverse, so no need to put it in quotes if you're using require or library. Okay. Take note what happens. So make sure that your packages is in Tidyverse, and let's see what happens if we use require or as I said, similar code for that is Tidyverse. They're the same, either require or library. If we run this, okay, I'm going to run this. Take note. Okay, this is commented. This is a comment, so it will not run library. Rather, R will only run require. If I click this, okay, notice that it's loading, and then here are here are the packages that come with it: dplyr, per, what else? Read R, string R, table, tidy R, lubridate, ggplot2. These are very important packages, and in the course of this subject, we're going to make use of some of them. And there's a comment here, for example, so that we know. Okay, dplyr filter masks stats filter. So what does this mean? This means that dplyr has a function called filter, and stats also has a function called filter. So if we use the function filter, it will use the filter coming from dplyr, okay? Because it will mask the filter from stats. So you'll have to follow the syntax of filter of dplyr. Same thing, okay? Dplyr has a function called first. XTS also has a function called first. If you just use first, then automatically R will make use of the dplyr first. If you were using the syntax of XTS, it will return an error. However, can I still use the first function of XTS? Yes. How do I do it? Use this. XTS double colon and then first. Okay. If you do that, then R will know that yes, you're using the first function, but this first is the one from XTS. Okay. Same thing with log. Okay. If I want to use the log coming from dplyr, just use log. It's okay. R will already know that this is coming from dplyr because as we said here, using the function log will automatically use the dplyr's log. Okay. However, if you want to use the log function coming from stats, then use this stats double colon and then log. Okay. All right. So what happened when I run require? What happened, class? Let me delete this. I didn't run this. Okay. When I run require, class, this one, right? This is the code that I ran a while ago. This is the comment. What happened to my tidyverse? My tidyverse is now checked. Okay. I did not check that manually. I used the function require or library, and then it will once it's made available, you'll see that it's now checked here. Okay. Any questions so far, class? Kindly chat, please. Wala akong masks. Christian, wala. Wait, So there's a question here. Christian, I'll stop share. Could you
Yeah,
please share your
yes,
screen? Yeah.
yes, sir.
All right. So, okay.
Sir, dito po sa right side, wala po yung
But it's below, no? Tapos hindi siya complete.
opo.
Yeah. Sometimes,
Correct po.
yeah. Sometimes, uh, could you type XTS, please? Sub packages, please, Christian. XTS. Okay, so it's already installed, but below, could you kindly go to your script window? Script, upper left. Okay, can you scroll down, please? Let's see.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
so it did not record the. Okay, I'm not sure why that happens. Okay, so maybe can you please click XTS first?
Where po?
In the packages window, you have XTS, right? Yeah,
Yes.
can you
Let's
click
take
that,
that.
please? Click that. Click it. Okay, so that means required that, right? Okay, and then go back to your go back to your script window and go to the line 42, require, run that again, control enter. Okay, then, okay, it did not anymore. Go up, please, sa console, please. Okay, it did not anymore. uh, okay, maybe go to packages again, there, and then type quant mode, sorry, tidyverse, sorry. And then uncheck tidyverse. So when you uncheck that, the function is detach. Okay. So it means that tidyverse is not available now because you detached that package, right? So go again to line 42 and rerun that. Control enter. So let's see. All right.
Ayan, sir. Okay
So
na po.
meron na, no? Okay. So it did not show XTS a while ago because your XTS is not yet loaded. Okay. You I don't know why it's not loaded. Is your quant mode already loaded? Once again, go to packages, Christian.
Sir, not yet
Quant,
po.
not yet. Okay, that's it. That's the reason. So it was not able to show. It did not show the conflict between dplyr and XTS because your XTS uh, has not yet been required. Okay. Did that answer your question, Christian?
Yes po, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good, good. Thank you for that question. That's good. That's a very good question. Okay, so let me share screen again. Okay, so let's hurry up a bit. I have 30 minutes to just discuss the others. All right. Now, there are other ways to load your package. So first, let's install Pacman, package management. So go to install. Most probably, if you look for Pacman in your packages, it's not yet installed. So let's use this one, install that packages, and type Pacman here. Okay, first things first, sorry. Please check. Okay, cancel first. Check the function pacman, type it, pacman. Okay. In my case, I have it, okay, because I've already installed this before. Package management tool. So most probably in your case, it's not yet loaded. So if I go here, install, okay, if I go here to install, and then I type pacman here, and then install it, make sure that the install dependencies is also clicked, because if a particular package depends also on other packages, then it will also automatically install those other packages that were where that package depends on. So kindly install it, class. I'm not going to do that because it's already installed. And tell me what happens when you go back to your packages and type pacman. What do you notice about it? Okay, I'll wait for your response. So using the install here, install pacman, okay? And then when you do that, what happens? Okay, yeah, package management tool. Yeah, what happened when you installed it using this dialog box, this function? If you check once again your packages, what do you notice about pacman class? Is it checked? Is pacman checked? Yes or no? No. Okay, good. So it's not yet checked, right? So in order to make use of pacman, we'll have to check it, right? So either type library pacman or type or click it, class, click this. So this means that pacman is now available for use, okay? Now we're going to use the pacman package in order to load packages. So that's what pacman is good about. You're able to download packages with it. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so pacman, and then take note of this, class. There's a double colon here, colon, and then p load, p underscore load. So what does this mean, class? This means that this function p underscore load comes from the package pacman. Okay, this is what I told you about the function that it's is masked by dplyr a while ago. Okay, so this just tells us that I want to make use of the payload function, and this payload function comes from the package pacman. Okay, now what's the use of this? Several reasons. Number one, if there are other functions in other packages that make use of this payload, then we made it clear to R that we want the payload coming from pacman. Okay, I'm not sure if there are other packages which uses payload, but just the same, we're just identifying it as coming from pacman, and also, okay, also, uh, the purpose of using this one, what was I about to say? Okay, payload. It also allows us to to understand or to familiarize ourselves that payload is coming from pacman. Because if you're using a function for the first time, okay, you may attach from which package it's from so that you're clear and you know that that particular function is coming from this particular package. Okay, so if you take a look at this, okay, kindly type this pacman and then double colon and then p underscore load. And then let's type these other packages. Although we have already installed tidyverse, it's okay. Okay, let's see. Uh, maybe let's introduce here, let's include here, what function can I use? Okay, how about this? Okay, here, this one. Can you please check first if you have tidyquant? Okay. Do you have TidyQuant class in your packages? Yes or no, please? No. Okay, good. So we're including here a package that we haven't installed yet. And let's see what happens when we use the payload function of Pacman. For the others, we have already loaded tidyverse, ASTSA, okay, TTR not yet, forecast. It also comes with the tidyverse. Okay, so let's run this and pay attention to that tidyquant. You don't have tidyquant yet. What happens when we use payload of Pacman? Okay, so kindly run that, please. Run that, and then go to tidyquant and see what happens to tidyquant. Comment, please. You notice what happened to tidyquant? Okay, let's see. Wala pa rin, Christian? Wala pa rin tidyquant? I wonder
Wala po,
why.
sir.
There should be now, no?
Ay, sorry, it's still installing pa.
Hindi pa
Naghahang
tapos. Okay,
install.
sige.
Sorry.
So wait until it finishes. You'll know it's finished when it ends already with a greater than sign in your console.
Sir, okay na po.
Okay na. Okay, Christian, may I know what happened to your tidyquant?
Ay, hindi sir, nag-ano lang kasi sa console lang po nag-hang siya for a few minutes. Kaya
Yeah, I
akala ko,
mean, I mean sa packages,
yes,
if you
nasa,
type tidyquant, what do you find here? Dito sa tidyquant na to. Is it checked or not?
so naka-check na po.
Naka-check na, okay. Did you type require tidyquant?
Ah, sa ano po, sa chunk, sa chunk.
Kahit sa console, did you type require tidyquant or library tidyquant?
Hindi po.
No, you did not, right? Did
Reverse
not.
lang po.
Yeah, okay. So itong only the payload. Okay, how about the others class? May I know if your tidyquant was installed? And tell me if it was already, it's also checked here. Waiting for your feedback, class. Comments, please, class. Okay, good. Good. Check mark. Check mark. Okay, yes, Adam?
Sir, for me, it doesn't say na it was installed po, pero sa console it did po.
Yeah, but if you check the packages, is
Wala po.
TidyQuant now there?
Wala po.
Could you share your screen, please?
Sige po.
So for others, you were able to install TidyQuant, and not only that, you were able to library it or require it. All right, so let's see. Use Pacman, okay. And could you go to packages and type TidyQuant? Please enter that, please. Enter.
Yes po. Enter na.
So quant mode, TidyQuant, Pacman. Okay. Could you kindly go up? Scroll up, please, in your console. Up. I'd like to see the code for Pacman. Where's the Pacman code? Down.
Uh,
Library Pacman, and then,
wait.
okay, require. Kindly increase the window for console. Yeah, there, good. Install that packages Pacman. So you did that. And go down, please. Okay,
All the way
down.
down.
Yeah. Library
And there.
Pacman, then okay. So you were able to load Pacman, and then you run that pload. Go down, please. Let's see if there's any comment about not being able to load TidyQuant. Down, 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 package. Who typed TidyQuant install there? Was it you?
I
That
didn't type it.
that you didn't type it? That red one?
I didn't. I didn't po.
You didn't. And then if you check the packages window, if you type TidyQuant, is that the correct spelling, please?
Yes po.
Press
TIDY.
press enter, please.
I pressed enter din po.
Nothing happens. Oh, interesting.
Wala.
Could you kindly go to install and type TidyQuant there? Let's load TidyQuant from the install, and then install,
Press
please.
install.
Yeah. One or more of the packages to be currently loaded. Our studio can restart R before. Oh, so this means that one of the other packages to be currently loaded, restarting R to install. So I think you'll have to restart it. Okay, so you can
Okay,
just
boss.
yes, click yes, and then just wait. Okay, starting our session. It will close temporarily and then open. Do you want to restart R? Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, another yes, please. Sometimes it will take several steps. Okay. Nag-error siya, no? So pag if that happens, Adam, I suggest that you save your file and then close it and then reopen it and then redo the process. Okay?
Okay po.
Because
Sige po.
it will cycle back to to that. Okay, so apparently TidyQuant was not installed. Error in install packages for, so you'll have to, but it's now here, right? So you're okay. So click no first. No. Okay.
And
So
I'll
your
restart now.
TidyQuant is now here.
Oh yeah, yes po.
So it's
Okay
now
na.
installed. Okay. Only
Okay.
that it was not installed using Pacman payload. Okay,
Yes.
so I don't know what happened. Maybe there was the message was it's still loading some packages. Okay, so these things happen.
Yes.
Okay, when these things happen, you'll just have to look at the message of R and try to figure out what to do with that. Okay, Adam, thank you so much. This is a good example
Yes.
of how things may not turn out initially when you're running a code. So you'll have to read R and figure out what R is telling you to do. All right. So that's good. Thank you so much, Adam, for that.
Okay po.
All right. So my point here was when we use Pacman and P underscore load, that's package underscore load. Okay. First of all, you don't need to use the letter C, concatenate, if you're installing packages and you're installing several packages. Number two, you don't have to use quotations. Number three, when these packages are installed, automatically they are required also. So if I run this, okay, and I don't have tidyc1, for example, when I check my tidyc1, it would be also checked like this. Okay, so it's the same as requiring it or library. Okay, so with that, we'll continue to learn more about packages, what packages to use. Your assignment will be to take a look at these packages as sa TTR, XTS. Try to at least know what these packages do. Okay, because as I said, packages are the backbone of doing modeling in R. R does not have the functions here. So what happened was over the course of time, people, a community of learners, developed their own programs and contributed it to R, and R vetted it, took a look at it, and then so if it's okay, then R will archive it. So it's made available now to users of R, the community of R learners. And the creators would oftentimes upgrade the packages to make it more updated. Okay, so let's go here. Structure of time series. In this example, we're going to take a look at, okay, make sure that ASTSA is loaded. Okay, I don't think I loaded it. ASTSA here. Applied statistical time series analysis. Some of the data we're going to look at comes from this one. I load this, okay? Okay, and if I click this, so what's inside this package? Okay, so applied statistical time series analysis, more than just data. So there are several data sets here. Okay, data sets that we can access because we have already loaded ASTSA. Okay, the first is here, class, JJ, Johnson & Johnson's quarterly earnings per share. So how do we access that? Okay, going down here, class. So we have this data. This is from the first quarter of 1960 to the last quarter of 1980. So because we have already installed and required ASTSA, we can access any data or any function that comes from ASTSA. So we'll use here, okay, please create another code chunk and then type here, this one, data JJ. Why JJ? Because where's that? Oops, sorry. Okay, where's the, here, this one, class, JJ. Okay. If I click this one, yeah, I'm having an error here. If you click that one, class, kindly check what that gives us. But we can access this. Okay. So let's run data JJ. Run that first. Control Enter. Okay. What happens, class? When I type data JJ, it means that I'm trying to access JJ, and R understands this. JJ is a data set coming from the ASTSA package. And take note, below here in the environment, it says here promise. It means that R has made available this data JJ. If I type JJ, it means it will print that data. Okay. So let's type JJ here, JJ. And you notice that here in your console, it will print. It printed the data. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And then you have here the dates, the years. 1960, Q1, etc. Okay. All right. And what's good about the R Markdown is that the result is also printed here. Okay. So now there's a function called view. So JJ is now available. So when we run JJ, take note here, it's now in environment JJ. So any object that we access or we create will be reflected here. So JJ is a time series with 84 observations from 1960 to 1961. Okay. Okay, Christian, I'll after this, I'll just finish this and then let's take a look at what happened to your screen. All right, then please type view JJ, control enter. Okay, so here, view JJ, and what happened, class? What appeared here, okay, in our tab here is that JJ double, and then these are the values, 84 S3 time series. Now, it's important for you to know what double is. Okay, if you watch the video on data types and data structures, you'll understand what double is. So if I may suggest, please watch the video because this will be included in your face-to-face exams. Okay, so this will be asynchronous lessons for you to understand what double is. Double is actually numerical. Okay, it's numerical and it means R is allocating double the space of an integer, because integer does not require any decimal, but a numerical data will require more memory, more space. So the term for that is double, and 84 observations all in all. So here, if you click this, anyway, what happened here? Okay, no, anyway. All right, going back here, class, it's almost time. Let's just run str. What's str, class? What's str? str stands for structure. Control enter. So it tells us what type of data JJ is. So JJ is a time series from observation 1 up to 84, and then from 1960 to 1981. It tells us something about your data. Okay. And then lastly, class, I'll just share this code chunk with you, okay? So that we finish okay, you can just, okay, sorry. Can just copy this. I'll just share this in the interest of time because it's already time, okay? I'm sorry. I'll just for a few seconds, class. So just copy this in your R, Control V, all right? Okay, so this is a code on plotting. Take note, plot. Plot what? JJ. What's the type of the plot? O will be the intersections, and then Y label. We're labeling the Y-axis as Johnson & Johnson's quarterly earnings per share. So if I run this here, then you can see the plot of Johnson & Johnson's. There's the O there, class. Okay, there's the O. So we were now able to learn how to install packages, get data from R, understand what the data is, and then use view, use also structure, and then use the plot function. Okay, so a lot of things we were able to learn today. So let me now stop recording.